Hello students, we are meeting second time. So in the last class, I think you must have remembered that we have started our new chapter, that is French Revolution, and in that revolution we have done the introductory part, the glimpses, and about the Louis XVI, how he was leading his life and how he was running the country. Then second thing, what was the condition of the French society, how the French society was divided. So everything we have discussed. And after that, what are the different types of taxes also paid by the third estate people, and finally the subsistence crisis also we have read, and what were the causes of the subsistence crisis, that also we have discussed. And I told you, you must have remembered that in this period we will start the emergence of the new social group, that and in this new social group the educated people, they participated. The educated people means the doctors, the lawyers, the philosophers, all they inspired the French people to fight against the monarchism, and they participated. The mainly our part is the today we will discuss about, first of all we will discuss about the role of philosophers. In the role of philosophers, three main French philosophers we will read. First philosopher, and the philosophers, as I told, they inspired the French people through their writings, ideas which were discussed in the saloons and coffee house and spread among the people through books and newspaper. So the people, the educated people, they tried to inspire the people, and also they instigate the people to fight against the king, that is Louis XVI. So first philosopher we will discuss, that John Locke. He wrote a book, Two Treatises of Government. In his book he has suggested his ideas. The purpose of political societies was to defend the life, liberty and property of the citizen. That means the philosophers also, they wanted that the people should get some liberty, and some liberty of the citizen. As property of citizen means all the properties are owned by the higher class people, that is the clergy and the nobility. There were many landless laborers. So he wanted that the political society to defend the life, liberty and property of the citizen. The second one is Rousseau, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. In his book name was The Social Contract. He proposed an idea, that is a form of government should be based on a social contract between the people and their representatives. That means there should be a good relationship between the government and the society. That is, society means with the people. Then third one, the last philosopher, philosopher was Montesquieu. Montesquieu, in his book name was The Spirit of Laws. He has proposed in his book the concept of division of power, or the separation of powers between the legislative, the executive and the judiciary. Till now also we are following in our government. You must have read in civics, in democracy we are also having the institutions, that is the legislative, executive and judiciary, which was proposed by Montesquieu in late 18th century. So now we'll go to the outbreak of the revolution. That is, this one is the courses, why the revolution. Already we have read the causes, and here how the people, the third estate people, they were humiliated in the meeting and they started drafting the National Assembly. That one we will read in detail. So Assembly of the Estates General called by Louis XVI, and here one question arises, why did the meeting was called by the Louis XVI? The The meeting was called by Louis XVI because he wanted to impose the taxes, he wanted to increase the taxes, but he cannot increase the taxes alone. That is why he called the meeting, and the meeting was called on 5th May 1789 to pass the proposals for the new taxes. That is why the meeting was called, and on 5th May the meeting was held in Versailles. And here already it is written that first state and second state sent 300 representatives, and the third state sent 600 representatives. But one thing here happened, that when the first state and second state representatives came, they in that big hall they sat, they got the seat to sit in front, both the seats they got, whereas the third state people, they had to stand at the back. They did not having the chairs to sit. And instead of 600 representatives, the representatives also sent 40,000 letters writing their grievances and demands. They have sent their letters with those representatives. And here Louis XVI wanted to pass the law, that is the increase to impose new taxes. Previously, at the last time the meeting was held in 1614, and this time also Louis XVI wanted that the vote should be given by first state, second state and third state, only one vote for each state, whereas here the third state, they did not agree with the idea of Louis XVI. So they demand the voting in democratic way, voting right, that the third state demanded voting should be conducted by the assembly as a whole. That means each person one vote. But the king denied. The king did not agree to the proposal of the third state. He wanted that only 3 votes should be given. So in that case, on 20th June, the representatives they come out from the hall, and they assembled on 20th June. All the representatives of the third state, they assembled in the hall of an indoor tennis court in the grounds of Versailles, and there they formed a national assembly. And in that assembly, when they were busy in writing or drafting the constitution, at that time on 14 July the revolt in Basel started. Already the rumor also spread, and the commander of the Basel was also killed, and the prisoners were released, which I have told earlier in the previous class. So here the National Assembly, they formed the National Assembly and they drafted the constitution, and after drafting the constitution, Louis XVI finally accorded the recognition to the National Assembly and accepted the principle that his powers would from now on to be checked by the constitution. So the National Assembly, they drafted the constitution, and the drafting of the constitution finished in 1791. From that day onwards, France becomes a constitutional monarchy. And when France becomes a constitutional monarchy, they drafted a constitution, and their main objective was to limit the powers of the monarch. So after limiting the powers of the monarch, the power was separated and assigned to different institutions, that is the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. So here you can know that why the people they come out from the assembly, how the third state people were humiliated, or the third state people Louis XVI, they denied the idea of the third state people, whereas the third state people, they demanded the voting should be done in a democratic way, so they did not agree. So France becomes now a constitutional monarchy. In the next class we will read that how France becomes a republic. That one we will discuss in the next class. And in the next class, we will see that France will become a fully republic. Thank you.